Okay, I started this problem before but ran out of memory on my memory card. So we graph this equation by going to 2 on the y-axis because that's the y-intercept, and going up 1 and over 1 because the slope is 1. So now we're filling out the table, and we see that when x is 0, y is 2 because that's the y-intercept, and the slope is plus 1. Every time we go over 1 on x, we go up 1 on y. So this would be 3, 4, 5, and then we could also go backwards. 1, 0, -1. Use your pattern skills to copy and complete the table below. So let's see, I need to find a relationship between what goes in and what comes out. So I noticed that when I put 2 in, I get 5 out. That's almost double. 10 in gets 21. That's almost double again. So I think I'm multiplying times 2 and doing plus 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 10 times 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Okay. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. -3 times 2 is -6, plus 1 is -5. I'll skip that one for now. -10 times 2 is -20, plus 1 is -19. 100 times 2 is 200, plus 1 is 201. So this would be x times 2 is 2x plus 1. Here I had to do something times 2 plus 1, so I'm going to go backwards. -1 would be -16, and then times 2 would be -8. Explain in complete sentences what is being done to the input to produce the output. So you multiply x times 2, then add 1. So an equation would be y equals 2x plus 1. Solve for x in the equations below. Let's see, I'll subtract x from both sides. We get -2 equals 2. Oh, that is no solution. That's not true. Here I'll subtract x from both sides. I get 2 equals x minus 3x, -2x plus 7. Minus 7 from both sides, -5 equals -2x, divide by -2. X equals 5 over 2, or 2.5. Evaluate each expression below. For y equals 5 plus 8x, when x equals 4, what does y equal? So y equals 5 plus 8 times 4. Y equals 5 plus 32, so y equals 37. When c equals -0.5, what does a equal? So we get a equals 3. -5 times -0.5 is positive, negative times negative. And this is saying half of 5, which is 2.5.
Pardon the interruption. All girls that are doing soccer, there's a meeting in room 154. Once again, all girls that want to participate in soccer, there's a meeting in room 154. Thank you.
Here for n equals 2d squared minus 5, when d equals -2, what does n equal? N equals 2 times -2 squared minus 5. 2 times -2 squared is 2 times 4. So that's 8 minus 5. So n equals 3. Here when r equals -1, so we get v equals -3 times -1 minus 3. -3 times -1 minus 3 is -4. So v equals positive 12, because -3 times -4 is positive 12. Find the equation for the line graph below. Explain in complete sentences what each part of your equation represents. So first I need to find the y-intercept. So that's right here. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is at 1. And then I can draw a slope triangle from these 2 points. So let's see, I went up to 4, and I went over, let's see, each grid is worth 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So my slope is rise over run, which is, my rise is 4, my run is 12. That's also the change in y over the change in x. So my equation is going to be y equals, so 4 over 12 is the same thing as 1/3. And then plus, so that's actually 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2. So 1/3 represents the slope. 2 is the y-intercept. Write the equation of the Powell pattern described in the table below. So let's say we start with figure 0. Our figure 0 starts with 4 tiles. Then figure 1 has 8, so we're adding plus 4 every time we go up 1 figure. We add 4 tiles. So that's going to be, the number of tiles equals 4 times the figure number plus 4, because that's what we're starting with, is this 4. It's the y-intercept. And then we add 4 each time, so that's the slope.